Hi guys, I'm Sinia Glam, and today I want to share my experience with my diet plan implementing intermittent fasting. So in my previous videos, I talk a little bit about what I'm doing and everything to maintain my weight and everything. So I also mentioned that my diet plan is open to changes and adjustments. But what I mean by that is like I usually do intermittent fasting. I've been doing that for many years already. But what I mean to adjust is because, let's say, I try to do a minimum of 20 hours fasting per day. And the most I've been doing is 40 hours, 40 to 50 hours fasting. But in my daily life, usually it's 20 hours, sometimes it's 22, 25, but it's open to change because not every day I eat at the same time. For example, it really depends of what I'm doing or depending on the month of the week of what I'm doing exactly. So if it's a week that I know that I'll be working remotely from home, so that I can organize my schedule a little bit different. So yes, that week I can eat, let's say, every day at 5 p.m., for example, no? So all the week I ate at that time. So if for some reason one day I have a lot of things to do, or another week, another month, I have a different schedule, a different type of things that I have to do. So what I do is like I may eat early in the morning, maybe 5 a.m., maybe 6 a.m. So my meal for the day is completed, and then I don't need to worry during the day about what I'm going to eat, about food and anything like that. And then I just do what I have to do during that day. So it really depends on my agenda, what I'm doing. So every month may change, every week may be different, but either way, I always try to do 20 hours fasting. That is for sure. The minimum I've done is 15 hours, but that is very rare. I usually organize my schedule to eat every 20 hours. And a few times per month, I do a little bit more. I do 25 hours, 28, 30. In few occasions in my life, I've done 40 to 50 hours, few times, but not very often. And usually I do water fasting. So basically, I have my meal for the day because I do OMAD, and then I drink and I have everything that my body and what I need. And then during my fasting, I drink a lot of water, ginger tea, chamomile tea, um, different type of tea. Mostly, I like sparkling water as well. So things like that, mostly like a 0 calorie drinks. That is ideal. But if I'm invited to for drinks or something, I may have a glass of champagne, a glass of wine. For me, that is not a problem. I've been doing that for years. It's not something that I recommend to others to do because usually the rules of fasting is like while you are fasting, just drink anything that is 0 calories. So I'm just sharing what I do because for me it's kind of like not a big deal, honestly, and I'm totally open to that. So it's not something that is like a bigger problem for me if I have to. So yes, that's about it. And so most of the time I do water fasting. And few times per month I do dry fasting. Dry fasting is much more strict because it's a restriction of food and drinks. So basically, for the hours that I set to fast, I don't drink, I don't eat, I don't do anything. So that is rough, it's very rough. Like I say, depending too of what I'm doing in my life and everything, because let's say if it's a Sunday that I don't really have like a too much things to do, and I know that I maybe just chill at home watching movies and Netflix series and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a little bit easier to do it that way because you don't spend too much energy, and then you are just chilling, just putting your money in, well, I mean, I'm just putting my money in something else, in something that is not related to food, or things like that. But it works. Actually, since I tried both water and drying, I may say that the most effective one for me is dry, because with the dry fasting, you really flush everything, all the water, everything. It's like a detox. It's just getting out of your body, and yes, it really works, because even when I let's say if I gain weight, or when I want to lose weight, maybe I gain 1 pound, 2 pounds, whatever, like that may happen. Um, Sometimes, because I try to maintain my weight, but if it happens, I feel like, okay, I do that, or, I do juicing, I do calorie deficit, but always do intermittent fasting. So, yes, but dry fasting is amazing because it really is like detox. You take everything from your body, you give a break to your system to just chill out, don't put anything, because uh, if we are constantly putting drinks, food in our body, the body is like working all the time, working constantly. But if you stop and give a break, a rest to your body for a certain period of time, which is, let's say, when I do dry fasting, like it's like a restriction of food. Not really restriction, it's more like a avoid to have that during my fasting. And that's really, I can see the difference, honestly. Uh, so yes, but like I say, it's a little bit tough for me to do that, because let's say many times if I'm doing a lot of activity, like let's say if I work out, I exercise, so I'm moving a lot during the day, running errands, working and stuff like that, I may feel like, oh, I want to drink. So, to do dry fasting for me is mostly when I know that it's a chill day, mostly at home and everything. Um, because otherwise is water fasting for sure, because I try to be hydrated, to drink a lot of water during that day. I love sparkling water. I love the teas that I made. My favorite one so far is ginger tea. It have a lot of benefits, but I try different type of tea. I try turmeric, mint tea, um, a lot of different type of teas, but so far that is what I like to do. And I started to do intermittent fasting many years ago because I don't really like to eat breakfast. It's not my thing. So basically, and then sometimes I was working in places where the schedule was very kind of like a strict, so I was eating after work. So, and then after I was just like, just doing a few things, preparing for the next day, and then sleep, going to bed. So basically, I was doing like one meal a day, and I was doing fasting because that at that time that I have like a regular schedule, I was eating kind of like at the same time after work. And in the morning, in the afternoon, I was like just drinking, water, stuff like that. And then after it became very trendy, intermittent fasting. Like I was all over social media. I saw it in TikTok, in Instagram. Like a lot of people it was doing intermittent fasting. So I searched about it and I say, wait, hold on. I've been doing that for years and I didn't realize that it was kind of like the name. But actually it works for me because let's say I could not do like 3 meals, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner is for me, it's like too much work to think what I'm going to eat next. And also it may give me like anxiety to eat all the time and I may do mistake control the portion. So it's too complicated for me. Because I had a period of time where I had like eating disorders and stuff like that. That is, I'm going to talk about that in my next video. But yes, like I feel like for me, everybody, of course, it can do whatever it works for them and for the specific situations that they have, health related and age, activity. It differ. Everybody is different. But for me, based on my lifestyle and based on my needs, for me, the best to do is intermittent fasting and nomad. Is the way I can control my body, avoid binge eating, because and also to not have this constant anxiety or to plan so many meals in advance because 3 meals a day is way too much. But yes, that is what I've been doing. It works for me. And yes, that's about it. So thank you so much for watching my videos. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment. And I see you guys next time. Bye bye.